Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and this weekend I am at the St. Pete Grand Prix down in downtown St. Pete, Florida. I have a car behind me. Now you might see it and say, hey, that's a race car. No, this is actually a car that you could go down to your local Chevrolet dealership and drive off the lot. This is a Camaro ZL1, but not just a ZL1, a ZL1 1LE. Now, if you're wondering what the hell does that mean, what is 1LE referred to? That is actually a option box that you tick off, and just by ticking off that box, you're going to get a lot of extra performance. Let's go ahead and start at the front of the car. If you look at the front of this ZL1 1LE, one thing you're going to notice is that the front end is going to be different than your standard ZL1. This radiator opening is much larger. You have more aerodynamic aids for getting air into the heat exchangers for cooling all sorts of things on the car. We have this huge front splitter that's going to stop air from going underneath the car. And there it is, the Chevrolet flow tie. No, I didn't make a mistake. It's not called the bow tie. It's the flow tie, because what they learned back in 2014 with the Z28 Camaro is by hollowing out this bow tie, the Chevrolet symbol, they're actually getting more airflow to the radiator for cooling and everything. And when you're taking this car out on a track, every bit helps. If you look up on top, I like the flat satin finish on the hood, and there's that beautiful carbon fiber bulge with the ZL1 badging. That lets you know that you are in the ultimate performance when it comes to a new Camaro. Let's go ahead and take a look down the side here. Another thing that's going to be 1LE specific are these wheels. And that, like I said, is something you're going to check off. These are, I'm telling you, it's crazy that they're able to run such a width to a wheel. These are 305s. Those are huge. There's a lot of cars that don't even have 305s out the back. That's going to help stick you to that track when you're going around the turns. Everything else down the side is pretty much standard Camaro affair. Down here on the bottom, we have these sills. That's something that is also 1LE specific, and it goes all the way to the back. Out back, here's something that right away you're going to say to yourself, that's not a regular Camaro. This carbon fiber spoiler, this isn't something that somebody bought from a catalog and stuck on. This is something that the engineers at General Motors did a lot of work on to help produce downforce. This is a functional rear wing, help produce downforce. I love the carbon fiber weave on it. It's a very, very nice touch. I think it just makes you say, hey, I'm driving something a little extra special than your standard ZL1. Let's take a look out back. I really love how Chevrolet has finished off the back of the new Camaros. On this one, it has the nice clear taillights, gives it a nice clean look. You have the high performance exhaust. Remember, that's a dual mode exhaust. And I just love the cleanliness of the rear of this car. Now, if you're ready to see what powers this thing, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, check it out. Here's the heart of this beast. This is that huge supercharged V8. Now, it's the same engine that once was found in the Z06 first. Now they're putting it on the ZL1. Like I said, this ZL1 doesn't just have this supercharged V8, but with that 1LE option, you're going to get that extra performance. And I'm telling you, Chevrolet did a great job with getting this engine shoehorned in. They added some extra heat exchangers because remember, those first Z06 Corvettes had some overheating issues. With this, they put so many heat exchangers on it that you're not going to run into that situation, especially on a car that's been made for the track. You want to be able to do your sessions every time and not be overheating everything and have to end it early. So this is where it is under the hood. Let's go check out the interior and see what is different with the 1LE. All right, guys, check it out. We're inside the 1LE. You know, it's really a tidy spot to sit in. One of my biggest complaints, and I think something that everybody's been complaining about, is when you're sitting in this thing, there is no visibility. You have tons of blind spots. This thing, I almost feel like it's more cramped than a Corvette. And it's crazy because this is supposed to be a larger car. It's got rear seats. But you know what? Once you're in here, the business end of the deal, the front, you can see very clearly out the front. It's just if you were driving this car on a day-to-day basis, you're going to have some issues with seeing out the back and these huge blind spots. Now, what I like what Chevrolet has done is I love the styling with the air vents, how you're able to control it. You can make it colder, warmer. You could direct them. That's a very nice touch. And these designs hark back to the earlier Camaros. Another thing is I love this huge navigation screen. Now, let me warn you, people who have driven this car in sunny conditions, there is some glare. Even though the engineers tried to angle that screen down a little bit to have less glare on it, they needed to put a little bit, I think, of a hood here. So that's a change, just a little tiny hood to keep that glare off the screen, because what's the point of having it if you can't see it? With the 1LE and the ZL1, you get this wonderful transmission, very, very short throws. This is a nice 6-speed. This is what it's about, guys. Yeah, you can get an automatic. Yeah, they're fast, but it's nothing like rowing through your own gears. I love the Alcantara that they use, the red stitching. Same thing on the steering wheel. You have this nice flat bottom steering wheel, and you have this wonderful Alcantara. That's going to help you grip that steering wheel under those heavy conditions. Everything else that you see is pretty much standard Camaro affair, especially if you're going the ZL1 route. If my camerawoman Laura can show you, you get these wonderful Recaro seats. I really like them because they give you enough bolstering, but they're very comfortable. I love the stitching. I love the perforation. Very, very nice touches. And this is what it's all about. You know, it's not only about having performance under the hood. It's not only about having performance outside the car, but where are you going to be spending your time? You're spending your time inside the car. It's nice to have these touches. One last thing I want to point out, if you're wondering, what are these little plastic flippers? Now, normally on this steering wheel, if this was an automatic, you could actually shift through the gears. Since this is a manual, this is how you turn on and off the rev match system. What the rev match does for you is that if you're not good at heel toe downshifting, it'll do it for you. Now, if you're wondering, well, what is heel toe downshifting? That's where when you're on a track or you're driving aggressively on the streets and you go to downshift, you want to blip that throttle to match the revs so that you don't upset the balance of the car. With this car, you actually can have it do it for you. And to be honest with you, it's a really good system if you're not comfortable, but you can shut it off very easily with these flappers so that you can show everybody that you know how to drive like the pros. But if this is the stuff you like to see, leave a comment in the comment section. Please, if you not have hit that subscribe button, hit subscribe. I want to thank you guys for watching. Check out my ratiesride.com website. I'm on Instagram and Twitter, Radies Rides. Check it out. Everything is original. And like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.